Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 22nd, hump day. My name is Alan, and I want to welcome you to my Spiritual Growth Through Recovery podcast. Once again, the purpose of these videos is to grow my spirituality through the AA program of recovery, and I do that by being honest, vulnerable, and accountable. And that's why I make the videos. So it kind of requires me to put some work in. So I'm not an expert in AA, spirituality, or recovery. Just sharing my experience as I go along this journey. What we typically do is we read the daily reading out of the AA Daily Reflections. I will share anything that kind of jumps out to me and what relates to my life, and then maybe share something else, either a success, a struggle, gratitude, whatever that looks like. So, yeah, welcome again. Let's get to today's reading. The topic for today is going to be no more struggle and complacency. All right, March 22nd. No more struggle. And we have ceased fighting anything or anyone, even alcohol. When AA found me, I thought I was in for a struggle, and that AA might provide the strength I needed to beat alcohol. Victorious in that fight, who knows what other battles I could win? I would need to be strong, though. All my previous experience with life proved that. Today, I do not have to struggle or exert my will. If I take those 12 steps and let my higher power do the real work, my alcohol problem disappears all by itself. My living problems also cease to be struggles. I have had to ask whether acceptance or change is required. It is not my will, but His that needs doing. All right. So I guess what jumped out to me is today I do not have to struggle or exert my will. I think back on one of those, that AA paradox where we surrendered to win. I looked up the definition of struggle. There's effort, there's work, and then there's struggle. And struggle means to make strenuous or violent efforts in the face of difficulties or opposition. Life's hard enough as it is, right? Life brings things on, and there is value in struggle. When we're hit with adversity, we have to work through that and really, put the work in to overcome things. But I think in this case, it's almost like self-imposed struggles. If I'm trying to get someone to do something that I want them to do, that's not my place to do that. That's not mine. To put that effort or to make somebody else or something else different than that I wish it would be. My way only brings pain and confusion. Whenever I find myself struggling with, I guess what's it, strenuously pushing, and trying to force something external. Maybe once again I'm crossing that God line, and it's not my place to do that. And it is. I think back on the Serenity Prayer where it talks about God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And for me, the wisdom part, to know the difference, is where I struggle, right? I think I can control things that I can't. So trying to impose that push, that fight to get something to be a certain way, I don't want to have to struggle for that. Struggle for money, struggle for relationships, that kind of thing. I don't want to have to. Like I said, life's hard enough, whether it be health issues or people die, whatever that kind of hurt that we go through. But if I can let go of things that are none of my business, then I don't have to create my own struggles. I don't have to fight those things. So I think that's where that resonated with me. Next part was, if I take those 12 steps and let my power do the real work, my alcohol problem disappears all by itself. My living problems also cease to be struggles, right? It can be challenging, it can be hard, but they don't have to be a struggle where I'm constantly battling. And that's where I feel like with my recovery, I'm struggling because I'm not letting certain things go. I want to hang on to certain things. I guess my job is to put in the action, put in the work, do the next right thing, and then let the results take care of themselves. If I'm putting the work in and trying to create the result to be a certain way, well, that's unnecessary struggle. Because I think I know what I want and I probably don't. And that's where I just need to let my higher power take over in those areas. So I think that's what jumped out to me in that reading. The next part is I just want to talk about complacency. Like I said, I previously shared, I finished my 5th step. And I've just noticed some characteristics about myself. And so I kind of did this little recommitment starting this week. Okay, I really want to focus on letting go of these things I use for distractions or escapes and just do the next right thing. My own focus is do the next right thing. And Monday, I had a really good day. I couldn't sleep Sunday night because I had a lot of fear. Can I follow through and do the next right thing? Can I let go of all the selfishness that's driving me to do me things first before I take care of these responsibilities? And then by doing so, this emotional pain comes, and then I'm finally willing to do what I'm supposed to do. And so Monday was a really good day. I got up, I prayed, I surrendered, and I just said, okay, I'm going to just do whatever's in front of me. And I didn't have to put in that much effort. It fell in place. I just had this willingness that I hadn't had before. And it felt really good yesterday. And I know it's just doing what I was supposed to do. So I don't want to get pat on the back, but it felt good to finally do what I was supposed to do. I wake up day 2 yesterday and I felt good. I had no emotional pain motivating me to do the next right thing. And I found myself all of a sudden, all those little draws, all those little escapes. Well, I want to do this instead and that instead. Well, I'm just going to stay home and go to work late or whatever it looks like. I just felt that. I was like, wow, one day, I'm getting complacent. One day. And I remember sitting in my car going, okay, who do I want to be? These are the moments. Am I going to engage in what isn't that I want to do and do the Oh, sorry about that. I lost power in my room. My light went out. So anyway, to wrap this up, I guess we're talking about complacency and how second day, yesterday, I already getting complacent and wanting to get back to what got those actions got me where I felt the emotional pain. I'm already wanting to re-engage in those. So anyway, so that's just kind of my take on today's reading and kind of what I'm going through. I definitely want to encourage you to don't get too comfortable. Do the next right thing, even when you don't want to, and eventually become something we want to do. And then, and definitely encourage you not to wait for the emotional pain to push you enough to do what you need to do. Do it ahead of time, and then we don't have to have those downs. And then we, easier to get through our day and continue to stay sober. So anyway, thanks for watching and listening, and happy Wednesday, and talk to you tomorrow.